not doing it, dude. I took him D4, like, man, if you gonna talk to me like that, man, I ain't got time to be babying you. I try to hit all you dudes up that so-called said y'all would be commissioners, and when I needed y'all dudes ain't nowhere to be found. So if I'm gonna do it on my own, I just know who I can go to and just do it on my own.
Oh yeah. For most of the time, I'll be dealing with my dogs at home, and I'm always got my phone by me, and I don't stay that far from my game.
Yeah. So that's it, but I'm good though. We good.
All right, boss.
All right, man.
All right.
One. Titans versus Colts.
By many accounts, Coach, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, Locke. Ebron caught left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Luck. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Left side, Doyle with it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Luck. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And he finds Corey Davis. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
What we got? Check.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Bucky Hodges, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Suckup. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A big play there for Indy. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. He's going to go deep for Funchess. That ball caught by Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. To throw Mariota. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw is Lott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Rodgers. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Lott. Incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Off of play action, Lott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Check it back, check it back.
Mariota hands to Henry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
26-yard line. I got you.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On On second down, here's Henry. He's got the first down inside the 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Love. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards the pickup there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
Finding some room at midfield. 16 yards, a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
After the run, Luck going to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Love. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Love. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Titans will get the football at their 20. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Mariota. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. Watch the three. 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Mariota now from the 50. Uncorks one for Davis. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 50. Check 50.
One.
Now Mariota. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Mariota. Smith catches left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. 2nd half begins with a run by Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. A 1st down carry for Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Right, 622. Close. Right,
now it's Luck off the bootleg. Looking deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. Funchess is free. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Devin Funchess, 82 yards. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
Hey, when you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing is Mariota. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Focus, defense, focus. 36, 36.
One.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the end.
One.
Chopper. 55. Oh, yeah.
Now Mariota. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The sack by Margus Hunt.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. He'll buy some time right. Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 15.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
11 yards there, first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Lucked him back on the draw. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year, and he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Luck. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They'll fake it. Now Luck. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Mariota to throw it.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for him there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mariota now. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphries. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Mariota now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Mariota. Pass caught left side by Humphries. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Adam Humphries. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Luck and the Colts come up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Ebron caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Caught left side by Funchess. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Luck now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
From the gun, here's Luck. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Cameron Wake picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Remember, throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Luck. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Check 24. Check 24.
1.
41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Come on. You better bring it.
Slam. Check 9. He's checking. Crack.
1.
It's a safety creep.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Mariota gives to Henry. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Mariota on 4th down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Mariota here to throw. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the red zone now, Mariota. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. From 19 yards away. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, Stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Tennessee, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.